30 seconds, all quiet.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
This is Director's Cut with Rich Kenyon.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles.
To the Westworld in a month from now, this Hollywood big shot's gonna give you what you want.
Too late, they start shooting in a week.
I'm gonna make him an offer again with you.
Immortals who put their name to the test.
Your host, Rich Kenyon.
Well, hello there, and welcome to the Director's Cut here on Chaotic Radio. I am Rich Kenyon, and I have a new engineer, which is very, very exciting for me. And her name is Rachel. Hello, Rachel.
Hey, Rich. How's it going?
I'm very good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Yes, Rachel is the new engineer here, and I think you're doing every show there is.
Yeah, close to it. We're doing I'm doing Happy Hour and then Dutchie Show. I actually started here about a year ago.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I was doing A Beautiful Disaster.
Cool.
The very first Beautiful Disaster.
Well, do you know what happens is because we always work on Thursdays, and so I always don't really know what the rest of the world of Chaotic is doing, and I feel badly about that because I'm always meeting new people going, oh, hi, are you new here? And they're like, no, I've been here for 5 years. So that's on me. Anyway, welcome to the Director's Cut, Rachel.
Yeah,
and
thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. We are going to probe your mind of all things film and television, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. So this week was kind of a really special week for us. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. We didn't have a show last week, but last time we were on the air, we talked about a short film that I had just finished, and we were just at Picture Lock. And Picture Lock is that place where, as a director, all the pieces are there. It's finished. You look at it and you think, you know what? An editor doesn't need to help me anymore. And we locked it off, and that was great. And then yesterday we had the music arrive, and the final piece of music was unbelievable. So good. And we're now just doing the credits at the end of the film, and it will officially be done. And we're hoping that we can get it in the Toronto International Film Festival, which is a huge film festival, one of the top 5 in the world. So we know that the competition is steep, but we're really, really excited about this little short that we wrote. My wife and I wrote, I guess, 5 months ago. And we shot it on March 1st. And it's very, very cool. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a lot of work to put into.
It was a total labor of love. And you know what it's like when you work on a project, and it is just that. It's this labor of love. I can't talk too much about it because we're not officially able to, but throughout we will, and we'll talk about what film festivals it's in and how people can see it and how you can take a look at this. It's a short, like it is 3 minutes 12 seconds, but it's powerful. It's really a powerful little piece. So.
And what genre is that in?
It's a dramatic little teen angsty little piece that because I love Shakespeare, right? I'm a huge Shakespeare fan, and it's sort of inspired by the character Ophelia from Hamlet.
Right.
And Ophelia is a troubled kind of teen, but anyway, it's a great little piece, and the actor that we have in it, we're going to have her on the show in the coming weeks. She was just unbelievable, and she's 13 years old, and she's speaking Shakespearean verse like she's been doing it her whole life. Extraordinary. It's just one of those moments in life where, you know, somebody presents themselves and you see, wow, we have to work together. We just have to. And as a director, it's great. It's more often than not the case of, wow, I really don't want to work with this person.
Oh no.
But you know what? It's all good, and we're really happy with the final project. So so that is kind of, you know, where we're heading next, and lots of film festivals worldwide. Have you ever been to a film festival before, Rachel?
No, I haven't. I've been to plenty of screenings and theatrical works, but not so many festivals, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because I think a lot of people, you know, they'll go to a screening or they'll go to an opening downtown LA, or they'll go to the TCL and see a huge sort of blockbuster opening. But rarely do you ever get a chance to see the shorts. And the shorts, I think, are often the place where directors like myself can really work on projects that you're very passionate about, that you're really not experimental, because that sounds kind of weird, but yeah, that as a director you go, you know what, we want to use a new lens and we're just going to shoot this all in close-ups or whatever, or a new camera that's come out, you want to give that a test drive. So it's fun. And there are so many film festivals in Southern California. So I think there's one in the Inland Empire. There's one in Riverside. And then that's it. There's 12 or even 15, I think, in the greater Los Angeles area. So we're excited because, you know, we shot it here, and being a Canadian, my first sort of dramatic piece that we shot down here, super excited, super stoked about it. So, yeah, and it was a good week. It was a really good week. We locked it off, and now I'm really excited and nervous, and I wonder what the next step of this journey is that people will look at it and let you know what they think. And that's always the nerve-wracking part, where you go, what, I did my job, now let the world kind of judge it, because I know how I feel about it, and those feelings will never change. So, yeah. Exciting times.
I imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
Where are you thinking of promoting it at? What platform?
Yeah, you know, I think that nowadays you've got to hit the Facebook and Instagram. Once we have it as a little piece that we can send off, then we'll do that, because I know that for its world premiere, there's a lot of rules around how much people know about it, and have you started promoting it. So we have to be very careful, and we've got to really look after that. But yeah, for sure, it'll be on Facebook, and you know, I think hopefully we're trying to develop it into maybe a web series or even a feature film. It's a good little kernel, a good nucleus of a story, and I think that with that, we're hoping that it'll really take us as far as we need to go. But who knows? You never know. So yeah, Facebook, and it'll have its own website. And I can tell you the title, which is really cool. It's called The Girl's Guide to Drowning. So we're very excited about that. The Girl's Guide to Drowning, which is kind of what Ophelia does, and sort of her journey throughout the play of Hamlet, but done in a really interesting, kind of fun, cool way. Very modern. It's 3 minutes 12 seconds. So you know.
Yeah, even the title sounds interesting.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's tough because you write it and then you go, well, what do we call it? You go, well, it's been a working title short for the longest time. What do we how do we share this title, or how do we come up with a title that people will go, you know what, that's a movie I would go and see, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy. You think, what is that all about? Some titles of movies you go, I guess it's weird. I saw a billboard on the 210 heading west, and it's a Spanish language film, but the word, it's the craziest word that I don't even remember what it was, because I looked at it, my brain went, not incorrigible, but some kind of crazy word that
Incorrigible?
Is that it?
It's got to be something like that.
It wasn't an English word, but it was promoted as like an English language film. So it was a Spanish title. It was really interesting. But I went by and my brain was like, what was that? What was that? So we're talking about it now. So now I've never forgotten it. So now even a bad title you can remember. So my whole point is shot out the window. But so yeah, the title is everything, and that's what they tell you. Even a simple title like Star Wars, it conjures up so many ideas, and your imagination starts to work just by a very, very simple name. Although I do remember as a kid hearing Apocalypse Now and rushing to a dictionary going, Apocalypse, what is that? Like, what is that word?
Right. Yeah, that was a word that wasn't heavily used until after that movie.
And then now everybody knows that movie. It's
kind of like terrorist, you know?
Yeah.
It's like nobody used that word before.
And now we use it far too often. Yeah. No, absolutely. It's the power of that word and the power of that title. And we felt that that's what this film is about. It's a girl's guide to drowning. And there's lots of, I was inspired by a lot of my buddies, professional filmmakers in Canada. And they did a series. I don't know if you saw it, but it's called Ginger Snaps. And it was all about this young girl sort of going through her, puberty, and then all of a sudden, the werewolf inside her. It was a beautiful kind of allegory for her journey. Anyway, there's lots of little nods to the work of my buddies that inspired me, and so it was fun. It was a great experience. Too often, I think in life, people talk about, oh yeah, I totally want to do that. Oh, I want to shoot something. Oh, and a day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen because I love being down here, and it was just an idea that just kind of connected. Little did I know that it was the plug that popped, that now all these other ideas I have for web series and a feature film, my kind of life in Canada, we're working on something like that. So you never know. It opens up, and the next thing you know, you're just like, wow, all these ideas. So yeah, that is the short film that we've been working on. So we will keep you guys a post. I think it can be a post. We will keep you abreast of what is going on with this little short. And you are listening to the Director's Cut here on Kaotic Radio and chaoticradio.com. So, the summer movie blockbuster is almost upon us. So what are your thoughts on big blockbuster films? Do you ever get a chance to go and see any of the big blockbuster movies?
I was really interested in seeing, A Dog's Life.
Okay.
Yeah. But then there was that whole Taboo that came out because after the movie was already set up to be screened and everything, there was a video that was released on TMZ where one of the dogs was kind of forcibly thrown into the water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, it's like there's a swimming pool with like 5-6 generators to make it seem like it's in a river with a lot of rapids. And it's supposed to be raining and storming. And this dog is afraid to go in the water.
Wow. Wow.
And so, you know, they're kind of coaxing him, and there's a couple of the cameramen that are giving the handler a hard time. Like, can't you get him in there? And he picks the dog up and he puts him in the water, and the dog tries to scramble out.
As a dog would, for sure, yeah.
Right. And so, you know, after seeing that, I was like, you know, I can't really go and see that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's I think that the respect for animals in films, and that's a show we should do all, like, just one show on that.
Definitely.
That has changed over the last, 60, 75 years. There are all sorts of stories that you hear about, them getting to make Lassie. You ever remember, it's way, way before our time, but it was Lassie the dog. Do you remember the very famous collie? And they would have like all sorts of Lassies on set. They'd have the smiling Lassie and the unhappy Lassie.
Right.
But, they didn't treat them as well as they possibly should. And I think that it's an important kind of little statement at the end of the movie that says that no animals were harmed during this production.
Exactly.
And of course, it's the reason we go to movies is because it's not real, is because it takes us away from the reality of life, and we want everybody to be actors on that screen, right? From our favorite actors to little dogs and
all the extras and all that. Yeah, definitely.
It's important, but I think for the longest time that Hollywood was remiss on the protection of animals, and I can see why you would go, no, I don't want to see that, because then you start to think, if that scene was done that way, what about all the other scenes throughout the film? What did they do, right?
Right. And on top of that, you know that company that handles those animals because that came up in the press, they're like, oh, well, this company that handles those animals have been given citations before.
Oh, well.
So, they're being paid. They've already been paid. And so you're like, do I go and I give my money back to that,
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's in the world of consumerism, that's how you make your stand. What can I buy? What don't I buy?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If there's a movie that does something like that, or exploits, or is, it's just not doing their stuff right,
Right.
I think you have to. I think you're absolutely right. I as a
Sorry,
kid,
that was a really heavy subject. No,
hey, no, that's what we do here. That's great. I absolutely love that, because that's what the show is all about. It's about putting the lens elsewhere to animal handlers that have to be responsible, because there's so many people that make a feature film, right? 400, 500, 600 people.
Right.
And you haven't even looked at the CGI and the stunt people, any of those. It's remarkable, and it's all part of it, and I love that. Absolutely love that.
Cool.
I think that it is our job to as I said, to shine it there, because I remember as a kid, like Disney movies, they made all these Disney movies that were all kind of animal based. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze and then I didn't. It was really weird. There was especially a whole series of films in the 70s called Benji. Do you ever remember? That's way before your time for sure, but
right.
There was this little dog called Benji who was kind of like a mutt sort of cross pollination of lots of different dogs. But he was kind of the lead of these stories, and he would always kind of root out the bad guy and help the kids, and they were just good-hearted, films.
That seems kind of familiar. I grew up in Tennessee, and
okay.
I was born in 82.
Nice.
Gonna date myself there. But in Tennessee, before the internet and everybody had computers, the Southeast was like at least 10 years behind.
Really?
Whenever it came to fashion, entertainment, any of that.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Yeah.
So I definitely remember Lassie. I remember Yellow. Benji seems like vaguely familiar, but there was also like this Japanese, something like anime or cartoon or something that used the title Benji.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like getting kind of mixed up with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember seeing Old Yeller as a kid, and you don't see that scene. And a bit of a spoiler alert here, folks, if you haven't seen Old Yeller.
Oh my goodness.
But you remember that scene? Like, you don't see it, but you hear it, and I tell you, it was one of those moments. I think I remember leaning over to Dad or to my mom and just with a question of, was that? And it was very powerful. Animals in movies,
I cried.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
Wow.
And if you don't, perhaps you're a soulless individual.
Right?
Oh my gosh. But lots of great kind of animal movies. I remember, you were probably 9 or 10 when this movie came out. Did you ever see The Bear? It's the movie called The Bear, and it is done silent, and it's the adventures of this bear.
No, I
and
missed that.
It's I think it's the very famous actor bear, Bart the Bear, a huge grizzly bear. I think he does he did all sorts of movies. I think he's still alive, but I don't know. But it was amazing. They followed this bear through his journey, and he loses his cub son and then has to find him again. It was unbelievable. It was such a powerful little piece, a very powerful ending. There's no words spoken in this movie, and it was it was great. It's like 89, 90, 91, somewhere around there. But again, and we always talk about this on this show, is that the story of that movie was so good that it didn't matter that there were no words. It was this bear, and this bear had expressions, and you could see when he was happy and when he was sad. It was unbelievable. I haven't thought about that movie for so long.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, The Bear. Yeah. Basically a silent film. I think there's two trappers that are in it, but they don't really have much to do in the film. It came out 89, 90, 91, somewhere around there. Go check it out if you love animal movies, and boy, oh boy, there's a lot of them. That one's kind of interesting, kind of a good. I just remember just being blown away that this performance from this animal. It didn't feel, and there's this before CGI and all of that stuff. This is a lens and an animal, and wow, just extraordinary.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Great Outdoors.
Oh yeah,
The comedy. Wow, I love that movie. It's got the raccoon.
That's so great.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? That was
The Great Outdoors. Oh my goodness, I don't remember.
I'm totally spacing on names.
That's okay. We have the Google machine, so that always helps.
How did you know what I was doing?
It's all good. There are no surprises. But animals in movies. And this is going to be a cool little segue. The one summer blockbuster that I am looking forward to is Guardians of the Galaxy, and we're not huge on superhero movies here, and you can't see, but I'm wearing my Superman shirt tonight. But typically superhero Marvel movies, we're not big fans. But Guardians of the Galaxy with Rocket Raccoon and Baby Groot, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun.
Now, You do know that we're live streaming from YouTube, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. I should.
That's good. That's great.
I should have told you before
so
the show.
everyone can see. There's the camera.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stop picking my nose now and put my pants back on and continue. No, that's great. Oh, that's good. I never know. We used to, and then we didn't, and now we do. So here we are.
Right. Yeah, we should be doing it every show now.
Awesome.
So if any of the listeners want to check it out, you go to YouTube, you go to Kaotic Radio, and whenever it's the live feed.
Cool. Well, that's great. Well, thank you. Now
Definitely.
I know. So people can see my superhero.
They can. That's what I was like, wait, he doesn't know. I thought he knew.
No, that's on me. I just got so excited about animals and movies, and I thought that was really, really fun. So, but yeah, Rocket Raccoon, all the gang is back. I saw a great description of it. And this doesn't give away any spoilers because I haven't read. There's an Owen Gleiberman who writes for Variety. He did a review on it, and I didn't read it. I want to sit in the theater and enjoy it. But one thing he did mention is he said the first film is about putting the family together, the family of these guardians. The second movie is about how the family is, and I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be lots of fun. May 5th it comes out, and I think it'll have ridiculous numbers, absolutely ridiculous numbers. That's my guess. But what about you? Any other there's a whole list of summer blockbuster movies. I remember as a kid there's like 10.
Yeah.
A couple in January, a couple in May, a couple in June, in July. There must be over 100.
Yeah, they just keep
crazy.
coming out. They come out with more and more.
What superheroes?
My son's 11, so of course.
So's mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's
awesome. I think he should be listening right now. Or doing his homework.
Get him, Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. It's more about trying to find stuff that he will like.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, like if I'm just watching for my own pleasure,
yeah,
then I'm looking at Netflix. I'm looking at documentaries.
Yeah.
I'm looking at sci-fi, not so much the superhero stuff, even though that's like a lot of fun and I love reading comics, so that makes it even better. But then you get into where the movie doesn't match the comic line.
Oh
yeah, that happens quite a bit.
Yeah, it's an unusual time that we're in right now because it feels like the cinema is all about the superhero on every level.
Right.
And you know what? I love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a great film. Superhero movies go. It's so un-Disney, which I love. And it's very creative, very original, and well worth going to it. Other superhero movies that we've seen here, not so much. They're just exploitation of CGI and one cool shot to the next cool shot. No tangible story that seemed in sight. And I think that's the frustration, that movies are that. And I think that, as you said, TV, everyone's going back to Netflix. TV is it's in the golden age right now. It feels like that with all these great shows that are on.
Right, and there's even more freedom of expression as well. I was an extra, and I believe it's come out, but I still won't give too much away.
Okay.
It was a YouTube show, and it was featured on 420, and it's completely ridiculous. Like I was acting like I was drunk, I was acting like I was stoned, but it was still a feel good type of thing. Yeah. And that's where movies they won't get into that.
Yeah.
Because they're still afraid of having their licenses pulled and stuff like that. But these Netflix and these YouTube, they'll get more into the edgy stuff or the stuff that's not completely legal just yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they find that creative line. and it seems to really freed up a lot of projects. I can't imagine a show like now I can't think of any Game of Thrones on mainstream television. It would just feel really, restricted. And
Right.
I think that's the great thing about Amazon and all of these streaming sites, is that they're offering programming that is so amazing and creative, and it feels they're natural stories. They're stories where characters are reacting the way that they should react, instead of, well, you can't react that way because we can't show that on national television, but you have to react a different way. And I think we're getting closer to the truth of these stories, and that's super exciting. Super exciting. That's cool. I didn't know you were an extra. Did you do that like just recently, or was it a while ago?
I guess that was a month ago. Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
wow.
about a month.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's interesting to be an extra, isn't it?
It really is. You get to go in and you're getting paid, which
Yeah.
is always amazing. But you get to see exactly what they're doing behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important too, in the particular
Yeah,
episode
in the process of how it's pieced together. Yeah.
Yeah, in this episode that we were shooting, there were dancers, there was a drum circle, and so you have all these people, the director, all these different people just handling each group of us and seeing how it all flows together.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
It is, and those are the most fun kind of projects, is when it's all sort of piecing itself together. So that's good. We're talking about everything here tonight, every single thing that we can talk about. And you are listening, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Director's Cut here on Kaotic Radio, on chaoticradio.com and YouTube live. So we are live on YouTube. So it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. So I think we'll come back to all of the summer blockbuster movies, because holy smoke, they are everywhere. But May the I'm gonna look. I think it's the 4th of May is Guardians of the Galaxy, or did I say May the 5th? Can't remember now. Anyway, you've got to check that out. That's going to be the one to see. That will be the one that you can take people to that go, I don't like superhero movies, but they'll love this. Absolutely love this. I think we have a caller, and I mean, I hope we have a caller.
We do.
It looks like we have a caller,
Yeah.
and those are always. I love having callers here. So who do we have? Jill on the phone. Jill, is that you? Are you there? Hello, Jill.
Hello.
Jill.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me back. I missed you guys.
This is our friend Jill from Canada, and she is a Renaissance woman of the ultimate kind. She is an actor, singer, dancer. I think you're a magician now. I think you're a lion tamer. You are.
No, I'm a jack of all, or a Jill of all trades.
You are a Jill of all. That's awesome. Jill of all trades. That's how we'll. Welcome back to the show. Jill has been on the show 40, without hyperbole, 40,000 times, I think, or at least 4 times anyway. So,
Well, I'm lucky to be on it. I just am so happy to share that my magazine that I've been working really hard on.
That's right.
I'm Here With magazine, which you have been in, Mister.
That's right.
It's out in May in chapters across Canada.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. You have to send me a copy of it, because I don't know if we don't have any chapters down here. We have our Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that. But that's really cool. And so for those people that maybe don't know, Jill, what is the magazine like? What's it all about?
So this issue has a lot of Alberta talent.
Nice.
And people from Calgary. My network is basically how the magazine is run, as any magazine really is their own network.
Sure.
And so I just tend to, do my acting alongside makeup artistry and doing the magazine itself and the interviews. And I've been working on a lot of projects. Right now, I'm actually on set of Julian Black Antelopes. I'm on the phone. Somebody's just messaging me from crew. We just wrapped, actually.
Oh, nice.
But he's got himself on Bravo. He's got a short that he's doing, and he's doing really well.
Fantastic.
And Mike Peterson, do you know him too? He's a director.
I don't.
From Calgary.
I don't.
Yeah, we're shooting it in Drumheller.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm,
great.
Just doing crew and potentially background, but still, it's a great experience for me for this one.
Drumheller, for those of you that don't know, is this beautiful place in southeast Alberta, and it is just like it's like a mini Monument Valley in Utah, Arizona, that kind of earthy sort of place. It's very, very cool, and it's so close to Calgary and to Edmonton, but it's beautiful scenery there, isn't it?
Yes, the cover boy, Benjamin Ross Hayden, is actually, he shot his feature film here, The Northlander.
Nice.
And that's how I met Julian and working on that. But I also, Richard, was working on a horror film, and I was just doing media for the magazine, and then they kind of threw me in for a scene.
Nice.
And that's Anthony DeBlasis. And a good friend of mine, Paul Bratton, who's one of the stars, he's co-starring with, oh my goodness, I'm like blanking, Chad Rook.
Oh, wow.
Or Rook, if you've ever heard of him. He's down in the States now, I think.
Wow, so lots of people and lots of work. How is, just kind of taking like a 30,000 foot view, Jill, how would you say the industry is in Calgary right now? Lots of projects starting to come in because of the spring?
I think so, yeah. There's definitely talk of projects coming up. There's Fargo being shot here. Heartland has another season coming. Winona Earp was shot here.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor in the new series of Fargo. I know.
I just worked one day as a background and got to be next to the one of the main actors that were chatting that day. The way they're doing it is really good, and they're using a lot of awesome Calgary crew is what we get labeled at.
Oh yeah, no, best crews in the world are from Alberta, from Calgary for sure. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really rainy here, and it's not very warm yet, unfortunately.
Not yet. Oh, it's 88 degrees today. Oh my goodness.
No, but we need to get to see what you're doing down there. I want to share with my network, and I'm here with it, what you're doing, because like I always say, you're one of the most successful people that I feel that have come out of Calgary, and you're in LA, and I think that's amazing. And you always shout out to us in Calgary, like Kevin Davies on your show and all those.
Kevin's a huge. But and this all comes.
You have a bromance going on.
I do, yes, I absolutely do. But this is your fault. This is absolutely your fault. You introduced us, and
but I know good people.
You do. It's so good. You're like a big part of our family, and we love you down here. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, one of our family, he passed away, Alan Stickle. I know we chatted with him last time together, but
that's right.
He's always with us, and always continuing everything I'm doing. Actually, probably annoyingly for some people, is connected with him. All the projects I'm doing is kind of highlighting him in it. He's inspired by him, and I started recording a show for the magazine, kind of like ET Canada, this stuff, and doing interviews and all that. And so there'll be lots coming up with that. And my friend Paul Fry and Neil Enoch have been helping me with that. So I just wanted to shout out to them.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Alan was a great guy, and he was on the show. I think I had the great honor of interviewing him twice, and he was nothing but a kind and classy guy with a big heart, and he will be sorely missed. He was one of those true cowboys, and
he was.
Yeah, he was a lovely guy.
The Alberta Film Awards is happening in Edmonton pretty soon, and
that's right.
They had messaged me because I'm his publicist and all, and I connected with them, and they're like, "Yep, we're gonna make sure we have him in the brochure."
Oh, great!
Look in the past, and so yeah, there's lots of stuff happening for Al and I. You know, we've been working so hard. And even though he's not here and by my side anymore, I'm still working with the Go Fish crew and
awesome.
And keep trying to help the people around me that love me.
Yeah, no, and that's why we love having you on the show. Is that you're such a warm kind of positive energy, and we need more of that. We absolutely do. It's too easy nowadays, and it's become a profession for people to be indifferent about things and just the whatever. I don't care.
I think it's jealousy. I see what's going around me, and there's so many people that are doing really big stuff now.
Yeah.
And even in Calgary, and like they're across the board, they're just like boom, 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 making it good for everybody else. But I feel that there's too many lacking opportunities for everyone else. So it's like the morale, I feel, is not as big as it should be. But everybody is doing great, and we should all just know that what we're doing is what we can do and what has come to us because of our hard work from it, and we should all support and be proud and just say, hey, can I be a part of it, instead of getting upset about it,
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you there. That attitude is everything, that it is your sort of initial kind of disposition, that if your default is positive, great things come your way. I never swear on this show, but I want to tell the story because I think it's really important. If you just take a typical day, not you, but if anybody, if you go outside and there's somebody who screams at you and yells at you for no reason, they're the asshole, right? But then if you find throughout the day that happens 4, 5, 6, 7 times, there's a common theme here, right? That it's on you. And I think that it works the other way as well.
Inviting into your life.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not just you, but we are influenced by the people we're around for sure. And attitudes and how we feel about ourselves next to people is how we treat others as well. Like sometimes you have things going on in your life and you put it on people. I notice that when people want to say something about a lot of people, I've been getting upset about me because I won't put them in or at their timing, but they don't talk to me about it properly or treat me like at a very good level because I'm everybody's friend, right?
Yeah.
So I've been kind of being more serious with a lot of people and just very work, and if you need me for work, I'm here for you, because sometimes it gets too much when you're loving and there for everybody. It's they want to take advantage of that, and that's what they expect of you.
Yeah.
So there's always a line, guys. You need to respect yourself and as well give what you have to give.
Beautifully said. Absolutely beautifully said.
Yeah, I want to send that message out there.
Yeah, no, it's so true. It's so true.
What have you guys been up to?
What have we? No, we're not.
Your project. I know
not doing anything.
Are you sharing?
Oh my gosh! No.
I'm just having a phone call conversation here.
Oh, this is great. We're talking live with the great and lovely Jill Maria Robinson from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and she is the Renaissance woman that is doing everything, and she's got this really amazing magazine called I'm Here With, and I want to get it down here. I want to see if we can get it down here, and we can start doing that.
That's exactly what I will be doing.
Good.
I'm Here With USA. I need to spend more time there.
Yeah.
Because everything I do is organic, and I know the people, or I've been referred to them.
Yeah.
And then I'm a part of what they're doing a lot of the time. So I hope to do that, but we'll just have to get you up here, maybe.
Absolutely. But to answer your question, I just finished a short, a little 3-minute dramatic piece that we had. My friend Mike Shields, who is one of the great music composers in Canada, he did the music for us, and it's so great. Mike was telling me a story, and he said that he was in a studio, and one of his buddies walked by, and he said, "Oh, come on in and watch this little piece that we've just done," and I put this music to it, and the guy's a pretty big guy, and he watched it, and he was
he does all the big stuff in
sniffing
Alberta.
with tears at the end. And I thought that was great. I thought, you know what? It's that kind of emotion that we want in this little project. So yeah, we were talking about that.
Cool.
I'm so proud of it. It's called A Girl's Guide to Drowning. So, but enough about me.
I remember you talking about that. That's the underwater shot. Oh my goodness.
That's
Are you
right.
putting that to festival?
With submarines now. It's very cool. No.
Oh my God. We got to put that in the magazine, Rich.
Yeah, and we'll
definitely talk about that. That's cool.
And we want to go, we're going to Toronto. We want to take it to Toronto. So maybe.
Oh my God. I'm thinking about going to TIFF. My magazine's covering it.
Oh, you should. And hopefully we can be there because we're going to go.
I think I will. Oh my God. I'll see you there then.
Try our best.
The movie Extremity potentially could be there. I'm not sure yet. They haven't heard word, but those boys might be going who made that, David Bond and Anthony de Blasi.
That's great.
I hope to be going if they make it.
Well, that's the great thing about this is that we can help each other and share the wealth, as they say. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. And I was just telling Rachel, my awesome new engineer, that I've just started to write. I'm writing a web series now, and I've got another feature film.
I'm coming down.
We've got lots of stuff. There's so much work here. It's just,
and the weather is so much nicer. I feel like anybody who lives where you do, it's like you can wake up and feel alive, and like you don't want to sleep in all day. In Calgary, like a lot of people, we hibernate in the winter. I'll tell you that.
We do, absolutely, and that extra layer of fur on our arms and legs is...
That's cool. Well, I was talking with a few people about you, and like anybody that I say your name to, they seem to know who you are. So you made it here, and then you're gone, and we're all like, Richard, come back. Or wait, I'm going to come to you instead.
Oh, you know what? I do. I miss my Canadian buddies, but they're all, and it's so great because they're all working. My friend Craig Ribleski, who's one of the best DPs working. He's just unbelievable. He's doing the new Marvel superhero series in Vancouver. So he's the DP for that, which is a huge thing. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah,
we know
I love
people
it.
Then, hey, what we're doing, promoting them. Really is just a reflection of our lives and like the people that we're surrounded by, and we just want to share that, and make that medium for them. That's kind of why I do what I do. I think a lot of people get confused about like, what do you do? Who are you? What are you doing? What are you trying to do here? Yeah. And what I was trying to do from the beginning was promote Zuli from Go Fish and Al and people like that who have been like always by my side and wanted to help me out back. And I think that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I felt like there's so much that they gave me that if I can connect or share about them, what they're doing too, I'm happy to do that.
Oh, that's so great. You're so kind that way. And it's an industry that needs more people that do that, because you can see it down here that people really hold their cards close to their chest, and not everybody, but a lot of people just don't want to share. They want to keep that really, really close. And
but it doesn't work for everybody, honey. Like, if you have a radio show or a magazine, it's a different platform. You can't just be sharing people all the time when it's your view. You're giving the job away. You need to do it in a professional manner that makes you and other people look good. For me, I never try to mix, hey, like I'm a publicist, like as my view. Yeah. But it definitely is. I can't help that, you know. But I would love to be looked at more like an actor, you know. But down the road, you got to keep going.
Absolutely. That's what I'm doing. Absolutely. And that's what I love, is that it's the art form of plate spinning. How many of those plates can you keep going? And the more support you get from your friends, it feels like it's an infinite amount, and that's so great. That's awesome. I've always wanted to ask you this question, and I never ever had a chance to ask you this question because we always ran over time. Or so, what is your favorite movie? I never asked you that question before.
Movie? Yeah. I love Goodfellas, Savages. Anything with Denzel Washington, mob stories. Scorsese is one of my favorites. Obviously, we connect on that. But I don't know. I never say like a favorite, because like each genre has its own. You know, like there's. Adam Sandler, you know, for comedy. Like I could, you know, like categorize it like that. Like Judd Apatow for this, but. I don't know. I guess one of my favorites will be you once I see your trailer.
Oh, so kind, and we have it.
So I can say that.
No. That's so kind of you to say that. And thank you for calling in and having this chat. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Of course. So one of the back cover girl is Zuli. I'm not sure if she's going to be calling in or not. She was just at an event, but we'll see if she does.
Well, if we can fit her in, for sure we will. Absolutely. And
okay, awesome. Well, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, Jill. Take care of yourself, and we will talk to you very, very soon. I promise.
Awesome. Say hi to Rob and Alina for me.
I will do indeed. See you later. Bye. Wow. Isn't she's so full of, I just feel like I'm 10 feet tall now.
Right.
She's so great. She's so positive and got such a great outlook on an industry that, if you're not careful, can kind of chew you in half, you know? It's crazy. Crazy stuff. So, that was Jill Maria Robinson. She has a great magazine called I'm Here With, and it's super, super cool, very informative about the young and up-and-coming talent that makes the film industry, primarily in Alberta. But it looked like she's going to Toronto, and she'll expand it hopefully across the country of Canada and down here into the United States. Would be great. And if we can help her do that, we certainly will. Okay, so more of these summer blockbuster movies. Obviously, everyone's talking about that Wonder Woman movie. Baywatch did a really cool. Their movie comes out the 8th of May or something like that. But I don't know. It'll go huge worldwide. But what's really, really cool is that they did a slow-mo marathon downtown LA for 0.3 of a mile. And it was all these people dressed in their Baywatch gear doing the slow kind of run.
So did they actually have to run slow?
They did.
Wow, that is so awesome.
It is crazy. And everyone had a good time. I thought it was a very creative kind of way to promote a movie that will be, a lot of good-looking people. And sometimes that's okay to watch good-looking people when you're at the movies. So, we have another caller, don't we?
Yeah,
that's great.
We have Julie on the line.
We do have Julie on the line, and let's go to Julie on the line. Hello, Julie on the line. How are you?
Hi, how are you? How are you doing?
Good. It's nice to talk to you. I haven't talked to you for so long.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So
how are
you doing?
I'm good. We're good down here. We're just enjoying the nice weather and working when we
lucky
can.
You guys, it's raining now.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah, it's raining in Calgary.
Spring in Calgary in April, it can be anything, right? It can be really warm, or it can snow. It can be rainy. It's
crazy. Yesterday snowing, today raining. So it's just
So, I think the last time we spoke to you, you had a TV series called Go Fish that was just bought by Amazon. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Go Fish now in Amazon Prime worldwide.
Excellent.
And it's been doing so good. We was hoping to do the second season, but we doesn't have the fund and the place for us to start shooting again. But the first season doing awesome, we have a lot of viewers from England, from Middle East, Europe, even United States, Canada, even Japan. We have some viewers from Japan.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's such a huge success, is that the ability to want to do something like that is one thing, but then you were able to get it written and get it shot and then sold. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of work goes into this, because with my partner Neil Isha, we work as a team to be everything, not only putting the show outside, also from shooting to also doing the marketing part of it, and which is the hardest one,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Doing the show something and putting the show outside for distribution, another thing. And you have some agency, usually they handle the job because. But then we don't have that much here in Canada, so we end up doing everything ourselves, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not just, we were able to sell this to Amazon. It's no. It's all of the work that goes involved. Acting in front of the camera is the least amount of work, isn't it? And that's a heck of a lot of hard work. So.
Well, natural as most of the actors. Most of the actors, they have them like kind of playing their themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And they are kind of natural, like acting. The girls get together. They was a friend for a year, and then they just kind of know each other, and then all their acting just flow nicely and naturally, you know.
That's great.
Of course, we had some rehearsal, but yeah, it was fun time because, you know,
excellent.
Fun time and not fun time. So,
so what's next for you? What are you working on next? What do you have developing?
I have a movie called Old Coffee. I'm putting out soon. Maybe I'm going to submit it to some festivals in the United States now.
Excellent.
And yeah, I'm planning to submit to Sundance Festival and other festivals. This movie is kind of 15-minute movie. You call it short, not so short, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
And yeah. And I'm working on my songs too. I'm putting my album outside soon because I'm a singer too.
That's great.
So I finished almost 6 songs, and I'm working on another like 2 or 3.
That's amazing.
My new album, yeah.
The amount of
so I'll send you some songs in the future. You can play in your radio.
We would absolutely. We would love that. Absolutely, we would love that. The amount of skill that it takes nowadays to be an artist is extraordinary, isn't it? It's not just, you don't just say, yeah, I want to be an actor. No, it's way more than that. It's because I know that you're a dancer as well. By that was your first sort of professional job, right? You were a professional dancer.
You know, when you wanna, you're right, exactly. Like when you want to be an actor, you want to know the industry from A to Z. You know.
Yeah.
You can't just like be an actor. You need to be dancer, singer, actor. Look at the La La Land.
Yeah.
They end up learning to play an instrument and also learning dancing, but they are not dancers or musicians.
Yeah.
The actual lead actors, you know, on the movie.
And I think the audience love that, don't they? They really love the fact that it's not just Emma Stone in a movie, but she's doing this and she sings and acts and dances and she's playing an instrument.
And she learned it for this movie. So imagine if you need to build the skills, because you doesn't know what role, you know, will come to your way, and then you need to be dancing and singing and acting at the same time. That's why actors need even to know about editing, so they can know how the camera works. They need to know about shooting, about everything, all aspects of the industry, which make them have more knowledge about the industry they are in.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's the thing. That's the great thing that we've learned is that. It's such, especially nowadays in the digital age, it is such a skill set to be, as you said, to be able to edit, but to know as a director where the camera should go, but to know then as an actor, I think the director wants me to do this.
Yeah.
It's absolutely thrilling, and I think it makes you a marketable commodity, and I use that word specifically. That's what it is. I'm not
Makes
just
you up there, yeah.
And the more opportunity you have to work and to do a variety of different things is a great thing. Absolutely a fantastic thing. So
you will enjoy it. Oh my God, thank you. Like you're always there for us. You are
oh my gosh.
You always want to update from what we're doing. Thank you so much for covering.
I love you guys. Absolutely love you guys, and I love the strength and the commitment and the power that you bring to this. And I love the fact that you're probably two of the hardest working women in the entertainment industry that I know. And I admire you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely admire you guys for doing that.
Hope one day we see you in person when you came for a trip or something.
Oh yes, indeed.
Hang out.
Absolutely.
Stop talking on the phone.
The phone is so impersonal, you know. We want to get face to face.
Yeah.
Well, that's
sure. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. So before I let you go, what's your favorite movie? I don't think I ever asked you that, Ilya. I never asked you. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, my favorite movie. Okay. I think I have like Richard Gere's. What's this movie like? I like his acting in it. So
nice.
It's about cheating or something. I don't know. I cannot remember the name.
Yeah.
Actually, remind me.
Richard Gere movies. You know what?
When he killed the guy, the one he cheated with his wife.
Oh, that's right. That is a good movie. Yeah.
Betraying or something.
That's right. Anyway, you know what?
I cannot remember. I'm sorry, but most of Richard Gere's movie, I like them.
Yeah.
I like the other movie in the winter with the girl like cancer. I'm very bad in names.
No.
She had cancer. She died. He's younger than him. He fell in love with Winter in New York, something like that.
That's right. Oh, I should ask my mom because she's a big Richard Gere fan. She's
a big romantic.
Yeah, she's a big romantic. Yeah, she totally is. She totally is.
I love romantic stories. I like Richard Gere.
Well, thank you so much, Julia.
Next time I prepare the name. I'm very bad at names.
Oh, that's all good. It's all good. We love talking to you and take care of yourself and we'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
A great night.
Take care.
Love talking to you too.
Bye-bye. Wow. The mad skills of what a great night. And that's the show. That's it. It's done. It's over. And look at all of I brought in newspapers. I brought in 3 episodes of Variety. I didn't know how long I was going to talk on the air tonight, right?
Yeah.
So I come in over prepared. And what a great show. What an absolute remarkable show of 2 women that are working in the industry, that are working really hard. And it's the digital age, man. There's no excuse for not getting it done and shooting a movie and being an editor. And that's so creative. And I absolutely love that. Love it.
It is amazing. And to hear you guys talk, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, well.
For my first night, it's been rad.
No, thank you. It's fantastic. And I can't wait to continue working with you and doing lots of shows. And the future is very, very bright. For sure it is. It's very, very bright.
Definitely.
So yeah, now we get to hear that awesome piece of Godfather electric music that I never get to really listen to, and I absolutely love. So I want to thank our guests that we had tonight, Julia Marie Robinson from Calgary and Yulia Alianis. I'm gonna butcher that name. She's I think she's Jordanian and Syrian by birth, but
I couldn't even spell it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, Julia's
it's
on my
awesome.
one.
There's like no consonants or no vowels in there. It's just all consonants. Anyway, we love talking to those guys, and they were absolutely fantastic and inspiring. And I love talking to you. Rachel, you were awesome tonight. Absolutely awesome.
It's been a good show. And you can catch us here next week, same time. And if you get the chance, look at the Kaotic YouTube.
That's right, yes.
Download the app. You can also call in at 909-360-8330.
Absolutely. And as I always say, as my last kind of word, make sure you go see a movie.